Good evening to everyone. Now we are starting the quiz, Esame Ministeriale, quiz number 100. After this, we will continue with the Esame Ministeriale 101. Okay. The first question, it says, per diminuire l'inquinamento atmosferico provocato dai veicoli, bisogna far sostituire periodicamente il filtro dell'aria. And the one, of course, the answer is vero. It says to reduce the air pollution caused by vehicles, the air filter must be replaced periodically. And the answer is vero, okay? Very good. Number 2. Il segnale raffigurato indica l'impossibilità di proseguire diritto. And then number 2, the right answer is vero. It says this sign indicates the impossibility to continue straight. And the answer is vero because the sign allows us only to go to the left and to the right, but does not allow us to go straight. So the 2 is absolutely vero. Very good. Let's proceed with the question number 3. Il segnale raffigurato obbliga a dare precedenza ai veicoli che circolano sulla strada su cui ci si immette. And the 3, the answer is of course vero. It says this sign requires us to give priority to vehicles traveling on the road in which we are about to enter. And the answer is vero because the sign means we have to give precedence. So it is correct. So the answer is vero. We have to give precedence to the vehicles that are circulating on the lane in which we are about to enter. So the 3 is vero. Very good. Number 4. Prima di iniziare a guidare un autoveicolo è opportuno regolare gli specchi retrovisori interni ed esterni. And therefore, the right answer is vero. It says, before starting to drive a motor vehicle, it is advisable to adjust the internal and external back view mirrors. And the 4 is vero, of course. You have to adjust them so that you will be able to see well the left and the right side of the vehicle. Okay, so the 4 is absolutely vero. Very good. Now, let's proceed to the question number 5. So the number 5, it says, let's move forward to the question number 5. Il segnale raffigurato obbliga i conducenti di veicoli a dare la precedenza ai pedoni. And the 5, the right answer is of course falso. It says this sign requires drivers to give way to pedestrians. The answer is falso because this sign represent a pedestrian lane. So there is no way that vehicles will be circulating on that road. So the 5 is falso. Very good. Number 6. Le norme di circolazione sono stabilite per garantire una maggior sicurezza di guida per tutti gli utenti della strada. And the 6 is vero. It says, these traffic regulations are established to ensure greater safety for all those who drive on the road and for those who also walk on the road. So the 6 is absolutely vero. Very good. Number 7. L'iscrizione in figura indica la velocità consigliata. The 7, the answer is of course vero. It says this inscription indicates the recommended speed. The answer is vero. It does indicate a recommended speed for vehicles. So the 7 is absolutely vero. So in the presence of this sign, you can choose to go 50 or more and also less. Okay, it's not an obligation, it's just an advice being given. Very good. Number 8. La distanza di sicurezza deve essere mantenuta solo dai quadricicli a motore. And the 8, the answer is falso. It says the safety distance must be maintained only by motor vehicles with 4 tires. And the answer is falso because it has to be obeyed by all vehicles. Good. 9. È vietato il sorpasso se alla sinistra del veicolo si trova una linea bianca discontinua, affiancata da una continua. And the 9 is falso. It says overtaking is prohibited if there is a discontinuous white line flanked by or close to a continuous one to the left of the vehicle. The 9 is falso because overtaking is prohibited not because there is a discontinuous white line close to a continuous one, okay? But if there is a sign of prohibition of overtaking, then the overtaking is prohibited. And also when the wideness and the visibility of the road is reduced, it is also not allowed to do overtaking. So that is why the 9, the answer is absolutely falso. 10. Il delineatore raffigurato è posto alla fermata dei autobus. And the 10, the answer is falso. It says this sign is placed at the bus stop. The 10 is falso because this sign is not located at the bus stop, but actually it is positioned on Mountain Road. Good evening, Efia. Is positioned on Mountain Road. Well done. So the 10 is falso. Very good. Number 11. In presenza del segnale raffigurato è permesso il transito a tutti i tricicli a motore. And 11, the right answer is absolutely falso. It says, in the presence of this sign, transit is permitted for all motor tricycles, that is, vehicles with engine that has also 3 tires. The 11, the answer is falso because this sign is a prohibition for vehicles that has from 3 tires going and that also has engine. So that's why the 11, the answer is absolutely falso. Very good. Number 12. In presenza di apposito segnale, il limite massimo di velocità consentito può essere di 150 km/h su tratti di autostrade con particolari caratteristiche. And the 12th, the answer is vero. It says, in the presence of a specific sign, the maximum speed limit permitted may be 150 kilometers per hour on the motorway with particular characteristics. So the 12 is vero because on the motorway on the motorway with particular characteristics, the high speed limit is 150 kilometers per hour. Well done, everyone. Okay, now let's proceed with the number 13. È obbligatorio accendere i proiettori annabbaglianti anche di giorno quando si transita in galleria. And the 13, the right answer is, of course, vero. It says it is mandatory to turn on the dim light even during the day when driving through a tunnel. So the 13, of course, the answer is absolutely vero. Okay. When you are driving through a tunnel, you still have to on the dim light. Very good. Number 14. Now I'm going to leave you to answer the number 14 in the comment section. It says, in caso di intenso traffico con incolonnamento di veicoli, prima di aprire le portiere per scendere dal proprio veicolo in sosta, si deve sempre considerare la possibilità che sopraggiunga un veicolo a motore a due ruote che sta sorpassando a destra i veicoli fermi in coda. So the 14, write on the comment section the answer of the question number 14 for me. Okay, Madam Efia says vero. Okay. Okay. Okay, well done. The 14 is vero. It says, in case of heavy traffic with vehicles, before opening the doors to get out of the parked vehicle, you must always consider the possibility that two-wheeled motor vehicle, that is motorbike, is coming, is overtaking the stopped vehicles in the traffic on the right side. So the 14 is vero because the motor vehicles always intend overtaking cars that have stopped because they are of a smaller shape. Okay, so the 14 is vero. Well done, very good. Number 15. Il segnale raffigurato può trovarsi sulle autostrade. Number 15, the right answer is vero. It says this sign may be found on the motorways. And the 15 is vero because this sign could be corsia di accelerazione o corsia di decelerazione, which is also located on the tangenziale and also on the autostrada, which is the motorway. So 15, the answer is absolutely vero. 16. I montanti interni dei autoveicoli riducono la possibilità di vedere un ciclista o un motociclista. Number 16, the right answer is Madam Blessing says 15 is vero. Okay. Okay, the 16, the right answer is vero. It says the internal pillars or the stickers in there that are being positioned on the windows of the vehicle reduces the possibility of seeing a motorbike or a bicycle on the road. So the 16 is vero. Very good. 17. Nella situazione rappresentata in figura, il veicolo B transita per ultimo. So the 17, the right answer is vero. It says, in this situation, the vehicle B passes last. So the 17, the right answer is, of course, vero. Because in this intersection, the tram is the first one crossing. The B and the P, they have direct precedenza in front of them, so they have to wait. Okay, so in this case, the G would be the tram would be the first one. Okay, then the G would be the second. The P, which is a black car, would be the third, and the last one would be the B. So the 17 is absolutely vero. Very good. Number 18. Il semaforo di corsia reversibile in figura indica la corsia riservata al sorpasso. So the number 18. What is the answer of the question number 18? 10 seconds. Let's see who can answer the number 18. Okay, so the 18, of course, the right answer is falso. It says the reversible lane traffic light in the figure indicates the lane reserved for overtaking. Of course, it is falso because overtaking is always done on the left. Okay, so the lane, the traffic light does not indicate any lane which is reserved for overtaking. Okay, very good. So 18 is falso. Very good. 19. Giungendo all'incrocio rappresentato in figura, il veicolo L passa per primo. So the 19, the answer is, of course, falso. Why? It says, arriving at this intersection, vehicle L passes first. The answer is falso because the A, which is the yellow car, crosses first. The second is the red. The last one is the blue. Okay, so that's why the 19 is false. So well done, Madam Blessing, Madam Efia. Good. 20. L'ABS impedisce durante la frenata di modificare la traiettoria del veicolo. Number 20, the right answer is falso. It says the ABS prevents the vehicle's trajectory from changing during braking. The 20 is falso. Why? Because it is the ABS that actually helps the vehicle from keeping the direction. So It stops the tires from blocking, actually. So that's why the 20 is false. Very good. 21. L'assunzione di alcol rende meno sicura la guida perché può provocare sonnolenza. Sonnolenza. So the 21. Okay, Fia says 21 is vero. Madam Blessing. I think Madam Blessing is answering the number 20 still. Okay, so the 21, the right answer is absolutely vero. Well done, everyone. Because it says driving a vehicle drunk whilst you are drunk makes driving less safe because it can cause drowsiness. So 21 is absolutely vero. Well done, everyone. 22. Il conducente può tarare con apposito comando la velocità minima d'urto, al di sopra della quale far attivare l'airbag. 22. The answer is absolutely false. Why? It says the driver can calibrate with a specific command the minimum impact speed above which the airbag is activated. It is false because the airbag has a sensor. So you cannot even detect how much impact it is required before the airbag comes out. So 22 is absolutely false. Good. 23. Il segnale raffigurato vieta il transito ai veicoli aventi una massa effettiva per asse superiore a 2,5 tonnellate. And the 23 is vero. It says this sign prohibits the transit of vehicles with an actual weight per axle exceeding 2.5 tons. So 23 is vero, okay? Because the sign prohibits the transit of vehicles which weight per axle is exceeding 2.5 tons. So 23. The answer is absolutely vero. 24. Now, 24, the sign in the question number 24, Madam Efia, Madam Blessing, what is the meaning of the sign SC, SHE? SHE, what is the meaning of that sign? Write it for me in the comment section before we proceed forward. What's the meaning of the letters SHE? Mr. Becky, if you also want to write it, you can write it on the comment section. What is the full word SHE? What's the meaning of SHE? Just write it for me, then we continue in answering the questions. SHE. What's the meaning of the letters SHE? Do you remember or you have forgotten? It's like you have forgotten. Okay, 20 seconds more, then we move forward. Strada comune. Okay, Madam Efia. Strada comunale. Okay, so strada comune, it is close, but the right name is Strada Comunale numero 19. So, Madam Efia, what you wrote is also correct because it is the road of the commune, number 19. Okay, very good. Now, the question says that il segnale raffigurato si trova su strade dove la sosta risposta è consentita dopo le ore 19. So, of course, the 24, the answer is falso because it has nothing to do with what the sign has nothing to do with what it is written. Okay, so 24 is falso. Because the question said this sign is located on the road where parking is permitted after 7 p.m. Absolutely false. It has nothing to do with it. Ok, number 25. Chi intende cambiare corsia deve segnalare la manovra in anticipo tramite l'indicatore di direzione. Number 25, the answer is vero. It says anyone intending to change lanes must signal the maneuver in advance using the direction indicator. 25 is vero, of course. You have to show the intention to turn by showing in advance with the direction indicator. That is segnalazione di indicazione. Okay, so 25 is vero. After this scheda, we are going to do another one, which is scheda number 101. Okay. Number 26. In presenza del segnale raffigurato è necessario moderare la velocità. 26. The right answer is vero. It says, in the presence of this sign, it is necessary to moderate our speed. 26 is vero because this sign represents crossing of train line with barrier. And whenever you are getting close to a crossing of a train line with barrier, you have to do what? Reduce your speed. So 26 is vero. Well done, everyone. 27. Il segnale raffigurato deve essere integrato con il segnale di limite di velocità. And the 27 is absolutely falso because it says this sign must be integrated with the speed limit sign. No, it is falso. It is the strada deformata and the curve that can be integrated with the high speed limit. Do not forget, let me repeat it again. It is the strada deformata sign and the sharp curve, okay, that can be integrated with the high speed limit, which is the limite di velocità. Okay, so that's why the 27, the answer is falso. Very good. After this schedule, we will do another one, so stay tuned. 28, just do your best to join on time. Do your best to join on time. Okay, let's continue. 28. Il pannello integrativo raffigurato indica di diminuire la distanza di sicurezza. 28, the answer is absolutely false. It says this supplementary panel indicates to reduce the safety distance. The answer is false because it is the opposite. It actually obligates us to keep the safety distance and to increase the safety distance and to proceed slowly because the camion ahead of us are also proceeding very, very slowly. So 28 is false. These are all signs and questions. We have seen them before. These are not new questions, okay? We did them when we're doing the topics. We did them when we're doing the theory. So it should be very easy for everyone. Yeah, Mr. Deba, today you were a little bit late. You're a little bit late. It's normal. It happens, you know. And another thing I wanted to say, you know, we are different people joining together to study, okay? Your aim for studying here may be different from somebody else's purpose or aim. So what I would say is everyone should focus on his own reason for joining. so that at the end of the day, you can get your driving license as quick as possible. Okay? You just focus on yours, get your driving license, and then finito. Because you are here for the patente. That's all. Number 29. Okay, people are already answering everything, no? Okay, so let me see. Let's see if the 29, you people say it is vero. Let's see if it is correct. It says, per condurre un autoveicolo di massa massima autorizzata pari a 3.500 kg che traina un rimorchio di massa massima autorizzata di 1000 kg, è necessario aver conseguito la patente di categoria BE. Okay, so 29, of course, the answer is very well done. This proved that you have been paying attention. Well done, everyone. That is correct. Okay, then I will not even waste time translating anything there. Let's go to the number 30. So number 30, let me see what you people said. Madam Becky says falso. Okay, Madam Ife also says falso. Okay, let's see if you got it right. 30 says il triangolo mobile di pericolo deve essere obbligatoriamente usato per segnalare il veicolo, fermo per avaria di notte, se l'ostacolo non è visibile, ad almeno 150 metri di distanza. And the 30, of course, the answer is falso because the distance is not 150 meters distance. Okay. Well done, well done, well done, well done, well done. Well done. Okay. That is very good. Okay, so the 30, the answer is absolutely falso. Everyone got it correct. Mr. Deba also got it correct. Okay, now we are proceeding with the next SCADA, which is the SCADA number 101. Okay. Do your best to study well. Let's proceed. Okay, so this is the SCADA Ministeriale, SCADA 101. Question number 1, it says, qualora il conducente veda un automobilista fermo con veicolo in avaria in autostrada, lo deve accompagnare fino alla stazione di servizio più vicina. And the answer is absolutely falso. It says, if the driver sees a driver of a motorbike stopped with a broken down vehicle on the motorway, he must accompany him to the nearest service station. The answer is false because by law, we have already learned that we are not supposed to give lift to anyone on the motorway. Okay, so the one, that's why the answer is falso. Very good. Number 2, la sosta è vietata sui binari di linee ferroviarie o tranviarie o così vicino ad essi da intralciare la marcia dei veicoli su rotaia. And the 2, the answer is absolutely vero. It says parking is prohibited on railway or tram tracks or so close to them as to obstruct the movement of rail vehicles. So the answer is vero. It is prohibited to park on the tram tracks or on railways. So the answer is vero, so that we do not block the circulation of the train and of the tram. So the 2 is vero. 3. Attraversare un passaggio a livello con manovra azzardata per guadagnare tempo può essere un pericolo per molti individui, oltre che per il conducente. And the answer is vero. It says crossing a train line with a risky maneuver. The manovra azzardata is the risky maneuver. To save time can be dangerous for many individuals as well as for the driver. The answer is vero, because when you cross the train line in a risky way, which is when you know that the train is also coming, or in the wrong time, it becomes very risky and dangerous for the driver and for also the other vehicles around. So the 3 is vero. Very good. Make sure you like the video. Number 4. È vietato il sorpasso in un autobus. Di un autobus fermo per la salita e la discesa dei passeggeri. And therefore the answer is falso. It says it is forbidden to overtake a bus that is stopped for passengers to board or to get out. And the answer of the 4 is, of course, falso. Why? It is not overtaken. It is not forbidden to overtake a bus that is stopped for passengers to get in and out. Okay? Because if the bus stops where there is salvagente, in that case, you can overtake the bus on the left and right. Okay? So therefore, the answer is false for that reason. Very good. Now, number 5. It says, è consentito l'uso intermittente dei proiettori di profondità a luce abbagliante per segnalare al veicolo che precede, sia di giorno che di notte, l'intenzione di sorpassare. And then number 5, the right answer is vero. It says the intermittent use of high light is permitted to signal to the vehicle in front both day and night the intention to overtake. And the 5 is vero. The highlight is being used to signal the vehicle in front of us that we want to overtake. So the 5 is vero. Well done, everyone. Number 6. Nell'incrocio rappresentato in figura, il veicolo D ha la precedenza sul veicolo C. Number 6. The right answer is vero. It says, at this intersection, vehicle D has priority over the vehicle C. The answer is vero because the D, which is the blue car, is the first vehicle crossing. So the D will cross first. The second is the C, which is the red. The third is the A, which is the yellow. And the fourth one is the green, which is the H. Okay, so the 6 is absolutely vero. Very good. Number 7. Il conducente di un veicolo deve rispettare gli agenti del traffico e collaborare con essi. Collaborare con essi. The 7 is vero. It says the driver of a vehicle must respect the traffic officers and cooperate with them. Vero. We have to cooperate with them, okay, and respect them as they give us commands. So the 7 is absolutely vero. Very good. Number 8. La forza aderente non si oppone allo slittamento causato dal vento laterale. Number 8, the right answer is falso. It says adhesion force does not oppose the slip caused by the crosswind. The 8 is false because the adhesion force is always, it always opposes the slip, or it always opposes the slip caused by the crosswind. So the 8 is false. Okay, because the question says the adhesion force does not oppose. It is false because it does oppose. Okay, it's always, the adhesion force is always against slipping on the road. Okay, so the 8 is absolutely false. Very good. Number 9. Il segnale raffigurato all'incrocio ci dà la precedenza sui veicoli provenienti sia da destra che da sinistra. Number 9, the right answer is vero. It says, this sign shown at the intersection gives priority over vehicles coming from both the right and left side. The 9 is vero. Okay, in the presence of this sign, we have to, it gives priority to the vehicles. It gives us priority over vehicles that are coming from the left and the right side. So which means we have the right to go first, okay, because we are the ones circulating in the big road. So the 9 is vero. 10. Il rumore prodotto dai veicoli a motore è causato solo dal motore. And the 10, the answer is falso. It says the noise produced by motor vehicles is caused only by the engine. And the answer is falso, of course, because the noise caused by vehicles with engine comes from the exhaust pipe tube, the engine, the tires, the accelerator, the brakes. Okay, so the 10 is false. Very good. Number 11. La patente di guida viene immediatamente ritirata durante la circolazione quando il conducente circola senza avere con sé la carta di circolazione del veicolo. And 11, the answer is falso. It says the driving license is immediately withdrawn during circulation when the driver drives without having the vehicle registration document with him. And 11 is false because when you do not have the documents, the libretto, which is the document, the carta di circolazione, they don't withdraw your driving license. They don't even give you any multa because that's not part of the sanctions. Okay, so the 11 is false. Very good. Number 12. Il segnale raffigurato consente il transito nei giorni festivi e nelle fasce orarie indicate ai soli pedoni. 12. The answer is vero. It says this sign allows transit on holidays and during the indicated time slot to pedestrians only. So the 12 is absolutely vero, okay? Because the sign plus represent what? Festive days, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So it allows pedestrians to walk there on these specific days and time. Okay, So the 12 is absolutely vero. Very good. Number 13. Il segnale raffigurato consente alle autovetture di proseguire diritto per Pescara. 13. The right answer is vero. It says this sign allows cars to continue straight toward Pescara. The answer is vero. Ordinary cars can continue straight towards Pescara. Okay, the prohibition that we see in this sign, it goes for vehicles that are heavier than 3.5 tons. So the 13 is vero because ordinary cars can go straight towards Pescara. Well done. Number 14. In presenza del segnale raffigurato è necessario fare attenzione al restringimento della carreggiata. Number 14, the answer is falso. It says, in the presence of this sign, it is necessary to pay attention to the narrowing of the carriageway or to the reduction of the wideness of the road. The 14 is false because this sign, it does not represent a road that is tight, but it just represents a dosso. It only represent a strada deformata, which is a road with potholes. Okay, so that's why the 14 is absolutely false. 15. In presenza del segnale raffigurato bisogna dare la precedenza solo ai ciclisti che attraversano da destra. 15. The right answer is false, of course. It says, in the presence of this sign, you must only give priority to bicycles crossing from the right side. 15 is false because this sign means we have to pay attention to bicycles for they are crossing the road. Okay, so we have to pay attention to bicycles that are crossing from the left and right, not only from the right side. So 15 is false because the question said we have to give priority to cyclists crossing from the right. So the 15 is absolutely false. So very good. Number 16. Nella situazione rappresentata in figura, il veicolo B passa per primo. And the 16, the answer is vero. It says, in this situation, the vehicle B passes first. And the answer is vero because on the right side of the B, there is no vehicle coming. So the B, which is the autobus, goes first. The second is the H, which is the blue autobus. And then third one crossing will be the C, which is the yellow car. So 16 is vero. Very good. 17. La striscia trasversale continua in figura si trova all'uscita di una proprietà privata. Number 17, the answer is false. So it says, the continuous cross line in the figure is located at the exit of a private property. And the 17 is false because the continuous cross line, it is not located at the exit of a private property. Okay, so 17 is false. Very good. 18. Il cono raffigurato indica un ostacolo posto fuori della carreggiata. 18 is falso. It says, this cone indicates an obstacle outside the carriageway. 18 is falso because the cone is being used to delimit a specific area, but it does not mean, it does not indicate an obstacle outside the carriageway. So 18 is falso. Very good. 19. Il segnale raffigurato indica obbligo di superare l'ostacolo lasciandolo alla propria destra. 19, of course, the answer is falso. It says this sign indicates the obligation to overcome the obstacle by leaving it on your right side. The answer is falso. Why? Because the sign of obligation is telling us to pass on the right. So if we are passing on the right, the obstacle will be on our left and not on our right. So that's why the 19 is false. So is that clear for everyone? 19. Soccorrere un ferito della strada è obbligatorio per legge. And the 20, the answer is vero. It says helping a road accident victim is mandatory by law. 20 is absolutely vero. We are under obligation by law to give aid or help someone who is involved in an accident and is injured. So 20 is vero. Very good. 21. Chi è penalmente e civilmente responsabile di un sinistro stradale non può continuare a guidare veicoli della stessa categoria, ma solo di categoria inferiore. And the 21, the answer is falso, of course. It says, anyone who is criminally and civil responsible for a road accident cannot continue to drive vehicles of the same category, but only of a lower category. 21 is, of course, falso. Okay, very good. 20. And 22, of course, it is vero. It says the helmet must be cleaned with non-corrosive detergent. And the answer is vero, of course, because if we use the corrosive one, it will spoil it quick. Okay, so 22 is absolutely vero. Very good. 23. Il segnale raffigurato consente il sorpasso delle biciclette. Number 23, the answer is vero. It says this sign allows overtaking bicycles. The answer is vero because the prohibition goes for cars that cannot overtake cars. So that's why the 23 is vero. Very good. 24. Il segnale raffigurato prescrive di marciare a velocità inferiore o uguale a 80 km orari. Number 24, the right answer is vero. It says this sign requires driving at a speed less than or equal to 80 kilometers per hour. The answer is vero because This prohibition does not allow us to drive more than 80 kilometers per hour. So 24 is absolutely vero. 25. Se si deve circolare con veicolo a due ruote su una carreggiata a circolazione promiscua, veicoli tram, è bene se possibile circolare con entrambe le ruote nel solco della rotaia del tram. Now, 25 is falso. It says if you have to travel with a two-wheeled vehicle or with a vehicle with two tires on a mixed traffic lane for vehicles and trams, it is best, if possible, to travel with both wheels or both tires in the groove of the tram or in the railway of the tram. Now, the 25 is false because you are not supposed to transit on it at all, because a vehicle with two tires loses balance and adhesion force when transiting on the railway or the tram line. So 25 is false. 26. In presenza del segnale raffigurato e del semaforo a tre luci abbiamo la precedenza, anche se il semaforo è a luce rossa. And the 26, the right answer, of course, it is false. So it says, in the presence of this sign and of the traffic light, we have priority, even if the traffic light is red. Now, the answer is false because even though this sign means diritto di precedenza nei sensi unici alternati, meaning you can cross first, that does not give you the right to go even when the traffic light is red, okay? So the traffic light has more authority over the sign which is positioned on the road. That is why if the traffic light is red, in the presence of this sign, you are under obligation to stop. Okay? So that's why the 26, the answer is false. So, very good. Number 27. Il suono prolungato del fischietto da parte dell'agente preposto al traffico indica che occorre tornare indietro. Number 27, the answer is of course false. It says a prolonged sound of the whistle by the traffic officer indicate that you need to turn back. The answer is false because when the traffic officer blows the whistle for a long time, it means we have to stop in a safety way as soon as possible. So 27 is false. Very good. 28. Il segnale raffigurato indica che si deve dare la precedenza a destra. And the 28, the answer is false. It says this sign indicates you must give way to your right. The answer is 20. On a road with two, come in figura, i veicoli che percorrono un dosso devono tenersi vicino al margine sinistro della carreggiata. And the 29, the answer is falso, of course. It says, on a road with two separate carriageway like this, as shown in the figure, vehicles traveling over a bumping must keep close to the left edge of the carriageway. The answer is falso because you have to keep close, not on the left edge of the carriageway, but on the right edge of the carriageway rather. Okay, so the 29 is falso because if you stay more on the left, it is easier to crash the spartitraffico. Okay, so that's why you have to stay on the right side more. Very good. The last question, the last question for tonight, it says, lo spazio di frenatura diventa 9 volte maggiore se la velocità si triplica. So this is a trickish question, but the 30, the answer is vero, of course. It says, braking distance becomes 9 times longer if the speed is 3 times more. The answer is vero. Okay, the braking distance becomes 9 times longer if the speed becomes 3 times more. Okay, that's how the calculation is done. So the 30 is absolutely vero. So it takes more time to stop if the speed of the vehicle is higher. So the 30 is vero. Thank you all for watching up to the end. This is the end of today's teachings. Like the video and subscribe if you want to join the private classes. The number is on the screen. God bless you all. See you tomorrow, if God permits, 8 p.m.